and in India, the Goldman Sachs, as part of their CSR initiative, has collaborated with NSRCEL, and we are supporting women entrepreneurs now. So just to give you a rough estimate, we have supported more than 3,000 women entrepreneurs, and still we are running this program. The basic idea of having this, AMA session is fun, to spread a word about the Goldman Sachs 10,000 programs initiative, right? And more people could know like what the work which we are doing and kind of support we are, providing to our women entrepreneurs. Also, we have a very special person, the alumni from the Goldman Sachs program, Mariyam, joining us, right? So she'll be quickly telling about her learnings and how the Goldman Sachs program has specifically helped her, to build the brand, scale up businesses, right? A quick tips on brand building that would be, pretty much helpful for any woman entrepreneur or maybe as founders in general to know who are looking up to know how brand building works and all those aspects related to marketing, right? So we have that. So that's the broader agenda that we have for the AMA session. We'll start with a quick introduction from both the Anita B and NSRCEL. So prior to that, we have collaborated with Anita B. Both the organization NSRCEL's Goldman Sachs program, Anita B, are looking forward to support women in leadership and women founders specifically, right? In all sorts of means. So we thought we'll have a partnership with Anita B and help women founders. So that's the whole idea. So we'll just start with a quick introductions. I have Malay and Ankita from NSRCEL joining us. So both of them are the key, aspect of the program. They're leading the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Women's program. I have both of them here. Malay, Ankita, quick words from you.
No, hi everyone. Very good to see all of you, and thank you, Mariyam, for doing it for us. It's a great initiative. There are a lot of things that women entrepreneurs can do, and we are looking forward to see how we can collaboratively work together, explore, market linkages, and talk to each other, and just be the power that is required, right? So that's all from my end, Vishal. Hope to, look forward to hear you out.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ankita. Malay, do you want to add something?
Thanks, Vishal. I think very grateful to the Anita B team for this collaboration. I think we are on the pathway to build a very long-lasting relationship, to build a good ecosystem for women entrepreneurs. And thanks, Mariyam. It's good to host you with the 10K program. Looking forward for the session. Thanks. Over to you, Vishal.
Yeah, thank you so much, Malay. Thank you so much, Ankita. I would request Shreya from the Anita B team to have a quick introduction.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Team NSRCEL. It's as exciting for us to be beginning on this journey of collaboration. I'm sure a lot of you who are here listening know that out of 4 founders, usually startup founders, one of them is a woman. Women founders have a lot more difficulty in accessing funds, although women have also been traditionally known to pay off their loans. Accessibility is a problem. The landscape is a problem. So when we look at the startup ecosystem, there's so much work that needs to be done, from all the way from pay gaps to retention gaps to the gaps that are there currently in the ecosystem in terms of judgment and the entire conditioning-based idea of what entrepreneurship and women should look like. Imagine then the non-binary part of the ecosystem as well that continues to have so many debacles when it comes to the way investments are looked at. So we are here from the Anita B perspective to firstly look at diversity and inclusion and, of course, belonging, and as an extension, that entire stream of consciousness to really build more equitable workplaces. And especially startups have the power when they start right with diversity to be able to create products and services that are way more accessible to a much wider audience. We keep saying we shouldn't leave that money on the table. So to be successful really is the ways for us to find, to fill those gaps that currently exist. At Anita B, we're very focused on supporting the ecosystem of women entrepreneurs all around the world. And here we're very happy to start off this collaboration with NSRCEL. Looking forward to Mariyam, who's actually going to be speaking to us. Very excited to hear from you. Back to you, Vishal. Thank you all so much for joining us. It's an honor and pleasure to be starting off this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Share, for the wonderful words, and we are equally, looking forward for the wonderful partnership with Anita B. Okay, like Shaz mentioned, we have Mariyam, joining us. So just to give you a sense, Mariyam is one of the graduate from Goldman Sachs 10,000 program last year. Mariyam is basically the creative director of Banana Labs, and she has been doing pretty well in our business and a very active participant, I would say, from the program, right? Over to you, Mariyam. All yours now. Yeah.
Hi everyone. So my name is Mariyam and I'm the co-founder of this brand called Banana Labs with my amazing mother. And currently I'm serving as the creative director of Banana Labs. I would love to take you through something that I've just prepped for this meeting. It's been it's very last moment, but I hope it does justice to everything I'm doing. So I'm going to take the leverage of sharing the screen. Just let me know when it's all right. Uh, are we able to see?
Yes, Mariyam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Banana Labs is basically a fashion apparel and accessories brand using the traditional artisanal technique of hand block printing to create modern products. Having said that, artisans are the core of what we do, and we are a very design forward brand. Before I take you through just my brand, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and my background. So I identify myself as a fashion thinker with relevance to how fashion is perceived as of today. I think of ways through which we can make sustainability accessible, intersecting it with artisans and design. So currently I'm building Banana Labs. Previously, I was working as a researcher at Meraki Labs and have also worked as a sustainability expert at Adidas London and have done my master's in sustainable fashion and have an undergrad degree in textiles. All in all, this introduction is just here to tell you that I'm purely from a design background, and it took me quite some time to learn the fundamentals of running a profitable business, finances, and numbers, and which I will share with you in the later part of the presentation. Then I'll tell you a little bit more about my brand, and the entire name has the whole story basically. Banana in Hindi means to make, and it's the idea of creating, making handcrafted artisanal products. Number two, banana is a global word, easy to remember, easy to say. It is also an affordable fruit that is accessible. The whole idea is to make craft and sustainability accessible and affordable. Number four, banana is an ordinary fruit, which matches our every person archetype. Then, but what is like the most important thing for a brand? It is the product. No matter how good a business is, without a good product, the business cannot succeed. And the most important thing for any business is definitely the product. And product implies it would be a product or even a service that the business supplies. So without perfecting the product, no matter how beautifully done the brand is, the business will not succeed. For us, we have spent years honestly trying to improvise our technique. I wouldn't say we are perfect, but we try to iterate and improve in many ways. We try to iterate the product. We try to iterate the product basis customer feedback every day. Every single day, we try taking a feedback from our customers and try to improvise it every single day. As of now, we have about 20,000 customers that we have sold Banana Labs to. And each day, like each customer that we sell to, we try to take feedback and try to make it better than what we were yesterday. Our newest category is the menswear, and this is still in the feedback mode. So which means that my women's led team of designers and printers and seamstresses, they get to speak to a lot of men lately with respect to what they like, what they don't like. And it's been a very different journey. So this is our newest category, but it is still in making. So it's not fully out there. It will still take a couple of years, maybe a couple of days, but it will take its time until we perfect the product correctly. So all in all, it's a long journey, but we are obsessed with our customers. Our designs may look very simple, very easy, but trust me, there's a lot of R&D that's going into the creation. So the other thing that I want to talk about building a brand is essentially the visual language, the visual collaterals. So since I come from a design background, my expertise is making sure the brand is true to its values, communication, and is crystal clear, following the right design or a right visual identity. Visual branding includes font, typography, colors, imagery, aesthetic, tone of voice, many others. But communicating the visual language consistently and keeping the values intact is how we can build a strong, recallable brand. I would like to also tell you, even if you get all of these correct, building a brand takes a long time, a couple of years, irrespective, even if you have everything right. It takes much more than visual language and a product to build a brand. Patience and consistency are equally important. I'll also talk, since I come from a design background, I'll talk a little bit more about visual branding, and I'll break down the collaterals for you here. The type of fonts, the typefaces we use for Banana Labs are consistent in all channels: WhatsApp, website, Instagram, Facebook, banners, posters, anywhere you see us, it will be the same language that we'll be speaking in consistently. What are the colors that the brand is using? For example, for us, it's ecru, muddy orange, charcoal, Gen Z yellow. We speak only in these colors. This way, our customers start identifying us with the visual language, and we hope to build a strong, recallable brand in future. The logo below, the spacing is how we got our logo, is also very deliberate. For the A's that you see going up, that's also a very deliberate process. It's the handloom weaving that we've tried to imitate with the shaft going up and down. So it's the A's that are going up. So everything is deliberate: a line, hyphens, design blocks, everything. The blocks that you see here and there on the presentation, that is also very deliberate. So this is just our screenshots from the website, Instagram, that have a consistent, at least we've tried to keep a very consistent language. Then again, moving, this is a graphic in motion. So here the logo is playing. So this is also a very strong graphic identity for us. The graphic shows the woman walking, she's comfortable, she's going out casually at ease, wearing her soft kaftan in London, a city we would love to see Banana Labs in one day, because we've got great feedback even from non-resident Indians and also some of the global audience. So we would love to see Banana Labs someday. So this is everything we would like to communicate through our brand. In short, Banana Labs is a global breadth artisanal brand. This was a little about, then I'll actually move on to the part which all of that was my expertise. So I'm kind of like, it comes to me very naturally. Now I'll move to the things that have really helped me, and I'll move to speaking a little bit about the Goldman Sachs course. This was honestly all about, more than just creating an identity for the brand. Everything that I have put in here before was literally like, it was very easy for me. But last year I did something really challenging, and which was I did the Goldman Sachs 10K women's course. And if I have to describe it in one word, I would say it is just profound. I have learned so much. I always had a design eye, but this course helped me fill the gaps that I had to understand finance. Understanding finance has been such a game changer for me. The picture below, we are all surrounding our accounts professor, Professor Hema. She has simplified accounts and finances for me to another level, which I absolutely had no idea of finances prior to this. And I just realized that I have a deep interest in finance as well, because I love learning, and I keep taking up short courses, and this particular course has been absolutely a game changer for me. So I often have this question, why there are such less women CEOs? And the answer to that is, women are so underconfident about numbers. But I think courses like these change that. So now I identify myself as a CEO in making, and this is a massive change for me, because for me, but also the other alumni who are a part of the cohort and a part of this course, who have understood finance a little bit better. Finance is one aspect, and the course has given me beautiful memories. They've given me community. We also have in-person meetings. Other than that, we have a very buzzing WhatsApp group, and this is not random forwards. These are actually all of us women supporting each other. And I think the course has given us a beautiful women's support community, which I feel like when we're running businesses, we don't have time for. And everybody is in the same boat, so they actually understand one another. So I absolutely have loved the community aspect of this course. Other than that, I feel like there is a huge support and mentorship NSRCEL provides us with. I am probably the biggest spammer. Vishal could agree to that. He hears from me every other day. I have something to ask, whether it's mentors, whether it's whatever. He's always he would have my message every week. Other than that, I would say that everybody has been so supportive, and my business has really grown multifold after this course. And I would probably guess it's only because of like a little bit confidence that I've had after I've been able to pitch my business to various investors. I've been able to do sessions like these, which I don't think I was very confident doing that before. So I would recommend every women entrepreneur who, just like me, who was lost, to take a leap of faith and make time and do this course diligently if you have the chance to. I have loved every bit of it, and I hope you do it too. With this, I would like to close the talk and thank NSRCEL, IIMB, Anita B for having me. I hope I've been able to do justice to this, and I hope you've been able to take a part of me and my brand with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mariam, for the words, and happy to know the program has, helped you, to understand the business better and to scale up to some extent, right? Like I've mentioned, very kind of you to mention, like the mentoring is also one more the backbone of the program, right?
Yes,
And we are very happy. The whole the 10K team at NSRCEL, I think they put a lot of efforts, to make sure that each of the queries of the graduate or the women founders are part of the program are addressed. And very happy to know you had a very good experience. Thank you so much, Mariam. Thank you so much for the wonderful
thank you for
presentation.
having me.
Thank you. Okay. Fine. We'll move on. So we have Karen also here. So she's part of Anita B right now, but interestingly, she was also part of cohort of Goldman Sachs program, and she was the founder. I would request Karen to, sort of you explain like what your experience was in the program and how it helped you to scale the business, and what is the learning that the key takeaways that you had from the program.
Thanks, Vishal. I think a lot of people here already know me, but know me for my role here at Anita B. I'm the head of the community, and I've been here for the last 6 months. But before this, I have spent 15 years working in the space of social impact, be it in the for-profit or the not-profit development sector. And my last gig was actually being the co-founder of an assistive tech startup called Tactopus. And it was named so because we made tactile, tech-enabled learning products for children with disabilities. But come COVID, we had to majorly pivot the business to being an online platform with the same audience, but for like special education, speech, behavior, other such therapies. And we were already a few years into it. We were looking at expansion, figuring things out on the business front, that we've literally never done before in our lives. And that's where the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Women came in. I had applied for the program. I heard back from your team about, there was a round of interviews, there were legal background checks, but all in all, it was so simple and smooth, and the team was so efficient. And they continue to be throughout the program, and I really want to give a shout out for that. But the COVID flux was still on back then. This was cohort 12, and Mariam is, of course, much more recent. And since we still had COVID ongoing, then we had the option of doing it virtually or in person, which I don't know still happens. Still have the option, I would suggest they do the in-person. You might have seen a little bit in Mariam's photos, but the the learning sessions and of course the experience is enhanced, but the campus itself is not just massive, but it's a little it's got a resort feel to it. But I would, of course, say I attended a lot of it virtually. And so the sessions were, of course, as good learning wise, but also the people well separately. So, and speaking of those people, I think the diversity within the cohort, right? It was both humbling and it was motivating, I would say. Um, I was the only entrepreneur in the social impact sort of capacity amongst, I think, about 100-ish peers. But seeing women from various age groups, industries, some were creating, beautiful home decor, some were preserving the cottage industry, some were leading tech, logistics, whatever it was. They were also incredibly inspiring. But what tied us together, what was common was our shared passion for our professions. And that created a strong sense of community. Like Mariyam mentioned, women uplifting women. There was a lot of mutual learning, admiration, camaraderie. And like Mariyam mentioned, we also have a very strong WhatsApp group that still keeps going. And like she said, it's not about the forwards, it's everyone sharing either achievements or asking questions, hiring, whatever it is. There's so much going on and very active to this day, even though it's been a few years. Who want to understand what I was environment first, then we looked at ourselves. And I feel one of the most impactful aspects of the program was the practicality, the lessons, the real world stories that taught us about the nuances of business. So while that was programmatic, I feel what really anchored the program was the able backs of the professors, the guest speakers. We had boot camps, and finally, we had one-on-one mentorships, which was extremely important for me because that was when we were also looking at funding and we were looking at being acquired, which is what eventually happened to my organization. And so I would say the only call to me, I wish I had done it sooner because a lot of the things I learned, I had to learn the hard way through the entrepreneurship journey. And but it did help me to navigate a lot of the complexities, especially being a woman entrepreneur, like Shreya was mentioning. It was hard for us to raise funds. It was hard for us to understand certain things, also do them, and perception, I think, was very different. It's come a long way, but even then, even though my org was acquired and then I was trying to figure things out, I know and know truly that programs like this can break barriers for future women leaders. I am grateful for the support and knowledge that I gained. It's definitely been a transformative journey and not an easy one for sure, but the benefits of which I'm still reaping to this day, whether I'm an entrepreneur or not. And I really how it goes, as a program, or for those of you on this call looking to apply, I really think this is a great place to be and lots to do and lots to learn. And of course, who doesn't want IIMB and NSRCEL under their belt, right? So yeah, wishing everyone the best. That's about it, Vishal.
Thank you so much, Karen, for sharing the experience. One personal thing that I've now learned coming to this incubation center and interacting with founders is like entrepreneurship is not an easy game. That's something which I've understood, and I think Goldman Sachs is the program is playing a bit of a part, to help women entrepreneurs to manage their business. And one more very important thing that you have mentioned, both you and Mariam, is the peers that you interact with this in the cohort, right? So most of the time I've seen few of them becoming a client for you. Some of them, do a mutual partnership. Maybe, they come and interact, right? So, like you mentioned, for your case, it might be virtual during that time, but now it's a in-person, in-campus thing. So campus
it's 100%.
It's 100% now.
Okay, all right.
It's 100% now. So you get the feel of campus. I'm Bangalore, but apart from that, what I've seen is like this a massive interaction with the cohort people, right? And once you interact, there are like ideas coming up, and there's like founders, hey, why don't you collaborate with me? And this we can do something, great in this particular field. I think that particular thing is a highlighting part under the program, right? I'm very happy to hear from both the alums about the program, and we're very happy to hear good feedbacks from the founders. And we also taking constructive feedbacks, to improve the program year on year, right? To add more value to the founders who are coming into the program. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much, Kiran. Thank you so much for sharing the experience. Okay, fine. So I'll just share my screen and I'll just give you a brief about Goldman Sachs program so the larger audience understand what it is. I hope the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Great, thanks. Okay. So before moving into the program, like I've said, I'll just brief you about what NSRCEL is on the whole. So like I mentioned in the starting of the talk, like NSRCEL is the incubation arm of IIM Bangalore. Second, fine. So we have been here since 2 decades and have been supporting founders and we have close to around 14 programs right now, right? Each catering to a different segment, say a social impact, say a woman focus. So we have programs specifically for women founders, one specifically for an ideation stage, and one of course the Goldman Sachs, right? The much mature ventures who are looking to scale their businesses, right? And we also have programs that is specifically targeting for student entrepreneurs. You name it, you have almost every program supporting founders in different stages and on different sectors or thematical schemes as well, right? So NSRCEL as an incubation arm has been doing fantastically well over the 2 decades, and we are looking forward to do it in the coming years as well. This is just an impact number to show off NSRCEL. We have, worked at around more than 2 lakhs entrepreneurs. If you see the kind of jobs that has been created, more than 10,000 jobs have been created by the entrepreneurs who are participating in the NSRCEL programs across. And more than 900 startups have been through the 6 to 12 focus incubation. So we have an incubation program as well at NSRCEL, where the whole NSRCEL team, works with the founders, to scale their ideas, products, help them with the GTM strategy or a product market fit. So the whole team, along with the kind of mentors we have. So just to give you a sense also, Mariyam and Karen would agree to that. So we have mentors, from across industries. We have mentors who have been founders and now they are helping other founders to scale their business and help them with different aspects, right? So when I talked in the mentoring term also, we have mentors from different teams and different sectors who brings in expertise and help our founders, right? Specifically, the mentorship program is across NSRCEL, and of course, it's a part of Goldman Sachs program also. Okay, talking specifically about what Goldman Sachs program is. So I'll quickly run through the eligibility criteria. That is the essential criteria for this program. One being the founder should the founder that is applying to the program, their venture should be doing an annual revenue anything around 30 lakhs to 30 crores. That's a mandatory requirement, and the businesses should be operational for at least 1 year. So that is also another requirement. And the third requirement is like they should at least have 3 employees, full-time employees working with them. So this is the 3 basic criteria that they have to meet. Once you feel that you're meeting the basic criteria, then if you're sort of founder like who are looking to scale their businesses and you need any sort of help in terms of mentoring, in terms of brand positioning, in terms of product market fit, name it all, the 10K program would be a very ideal program to help you move forward. Few success stories, like I mentioned, like Be Unique as one of the startup. I think some people might know they have also featured in Shark Tank last year. Last year, in fact, last year we had 3 to 4 major startups coming up in the Shark Tank competition, and few of them getting funds also. Darkroom, for an example, she's just part of the recent cohort 20, if I'm not wrong. So she came in Shark Tank and she in fact got funding from the Shark Tank program. Right. Okay. Like I mentioned, like what you can expect from the program, like I've said, one is the dedicated mentoring support. But before to that, I'll just give you a sense of the modules that we are covering under the program, right? So we run, so just to give you a sense, last year we have graduated around 440, 420, 30 women entrepreneurs. And what the module basically, each cohort comes here for 3 months, right? An average cohort size, if you take, it's around 65 to 70 people coming in, 60 to 65 people coming in the program. So every 3 months, in each month, there is a module that is being covered, and that's for a week that you need to come to the campus, right? So once you come to the campus, each module is designed into a specific theme. So one module will be more into, say funding and other financial aspects. The other module may be designed for some other aspects, right? So all those contents are being, designed in a way such that each module brings in some essence wherein those as concepts can be cleared. And then, after each module, every founder is eligible to get a mentoring session, right? So in mentoring session, what happens is, once tell us like what your difficulties are, what are the roadblocks that you are facing, and we connect you with a suitable mentor, where you have a 45-minute session, followed by feedback. So we taking feedback very seriously. We look like what went well in the session and what didn't went well in the session, and then we sort of connect you with a different mentor if that is needed, and the process goes on. So in a session, in a particular cohort, you are eligible to get 2 mentoring sessions followed by an alumni session support. So alumni support is something which is just beyond a mentoring thing, when we support founders right after graduation also. That connection doesn't break up, right? So that is pretty much important, and we take it very seriously. Followed by that, there's one more aspect wherein you can be a part of a larger alumni group, right? Like I've said, Goldman Sachs program is an international program wherein they partner with different institutes in different countries. So once you graduate from the program, you become a part of the larger community, right? So there's a lot of interaction across the borders when you say that, right? So that is also an important aspect. And nevertheless, wonderful peer group. I would say, the women founders who are coming in, they have their sort of expertise that they bring in on. And I think with the kind of interaction that they have with their peers, I think that's the biggest learning, right? Of course, the modules, the professors of IIMB are like putting their efforts to, to make courses so that, it's very valuable to you when it comes to learning. Apart from that, like I've said, the mentoring and the peer learning is something very, a highlighting part of this program, right? So this is more about Goldman Sachs program. I'll take in Q&A, question and answers. So we are, the call for application is open. I'll put on the link in the chat box. So once you feel that you are eligible for the program, feel free to apply to it. And in case of any doubts or queries, I'll put in the email ID also. You can reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to take up the questions and support you throughout. So that's it. That's it more about the Goldman Sachs program. I think happy to take up questions.
Could you please share the previous slide? Can I take a screenshot of that? Thank you.
Also, Vishal will share a WhatsApp message with all details, and I will share it with the community. So if there's anyone who wants details further, I'll give it there. But right now, y'all can put your questions either in the chat or the Q&A section, or unmute yourself and ask everything. All's good. Vishal, we have a question.
Okay.
Is having 3 employees an absolute requirement to qualify?
Yes, it's an absolute requirement. Then you need to qualify. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is somebody who's freelancing or, is a consultant and running their business. Okay. Deepandita, I hope that answers your question. Anyone else have any other questions?
Fine. I think that answers the question. So I put the link over the chat box. I think people can access the link and they can apply to the program. It's there. Okay. Any more questions? I think you can unmute yourself, right? Kiran, people can unmute.
Yeah,
Right?
everyone has access.
Yeah. I'll also put in my email ID as well in the chat box. Feel free to drop in any doubts that you have or any queries related to the program. Happy to answer. So I'll put that. And I think there are no more questions, Karen. Quickly, I will request everyone to switch on their camera. We'll have a quick group photo if that's okay.
Yes, that is fine.
Yeah.
I'll remove this one. Priya, Shreya, Ankita, Arpita, Anupama, Divya, Ketki, Shruti. Can we just do a quick photograph?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you everybody for joining, and nice to see some of our familiar faces. There are some people who are feeling shy currently, so
No worries. I think they could reach out to me. Like I've said, like put the email ID, they could reach out to me. The team would be happy to, take in any of the questions that they have.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Vishal, I guess this is the best we can do.
Yeah. Mali, we have taken the screenshot, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Arpita's traveling. Okay.
All right.
That's
I
right.
guess.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Mali, do you want to have any closing remarks?
Nothing. I think 10K program is something that is meant to all revenue stage women entrepreneurs with a certain revenue and basic eligibility in terms of team employees. We are running this branded program for more than like 10 years. There is a lot more than 3,000 employees across India. We would be happy to have Anita B community people also joining that same community. So do reach out to us, do ping Vishal, NSRCEL, as and when you need, and looking forward for more events like this. Thank you.
Thanks, Vinay. Thanks, Vishal. I guess we'll give everyone 20 minutes back. And we'll see you on the next one. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for
Goodbye.
joining. Thank you so much. Take care.